Where's our makeup people?
Yeah, where is that makeup? Welcome, everybody, to another week of What's Up at Sea of Tranquility. I'm your host, Pete Pardo, publisher of SOT. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. Today is Saturday, March the 28th, and we're here at Rock Fantasy with my good friend Steve Keeler, owner of Rock Fantasy. Welcome, and thanks for having us. And we are back in the pinball room at Rock Fantasy, celebrating 29 years now?
Yeah, we've been open 29 years as of last November. We're heading for the big 3-0 this November. We're looking to do some kind of big party, possibly at the Chance or locally, or get some bands to play, and trying to keep rock and roll alive and heavy metal in the Hudson Valley.
If you haven't visited Rock Fantasy over the past 29 years, you're really missing out. Not only does Steve offer a wide variety of heavy metal, hard rock CDs and LPs, we've got pinball here, we've got concert T-shirts, we've got all sorts of memorabilia. And
oh yeah, I mean, we opened in '85. We were primarily just a record shop, records and cassettes. You remember those?
Oh yeah,
both are coming back now. Started carrying CDs in like 1990. Always had the blacklight posters, the concert shirts. Those were the stalemates of the stock shop. But as the record industry died off, we became quite the smoke shop also.
Yep.
I mean, we have half rock and roll record shop, half smoke shop, and half pinball arcade. And that's where we are now. We're in the pinball room. And
how many pinball machines you got here now?
there's like 32 pinball machines in the shop. Everything from the latest releases, from Stern Pinball like Metallica to Star Trek to AC/DC, back to all your 90s favorites like Funhouse and Creature, Out of the Family.
Medusa.
You know, Medusa's one of the 1980. We have some ones from the 70s. Yeah. So, you know, you can come play some pinball, buy a couple LPs, buy a pipe for yourself. Kind of like the fun department store, I guess.
One-stop shop, right?
Yeah, we don't have meat or vegetables or anything, but you do need those to live.
And we got some fun stuff coming up here in the next few weeks. So
okay, so since we opened up the the pinball part, we've actually got a little more room, and we started doing for the first 420 weekend 2 years ago. We've had the store open 2 years on the pinball side. My buddy blows glass and plays guitar. I said, well, why don't you come down and blow glass that weekend? And we did it on a Saturday, Sunday. He came down, blew glass, and plays guitar. Alex Cates from Jamestown, amazing guitar player. Tours all over the Northeast. Even goes down into the Southeast and plays in Florida and whatnot. And we're lucky enough to have him to come back this year. We've got quite the lineup. In fact, Pete's going to be here in person if you want to come, pick on him, yell at him, say how great the show is. Talking Machine's going to be here. Underground Funk. They're also from the Buffalo area. Classic rock style funk band. 71 Super Creep features Darren Muller from the Whiskey Centers. A lot of you guys that are local know who they are. Something like a surf punk kind of rock and roll. Chaos, we wouldn't be able to do it without them. They bring in all their equipment. A lot of people use their equipment. Blah, blah, blah. Host the whole weekend. Actually, on Record Store Day, we'll be opening up with Greg Woods. Greg Woods has been playing around the Hudson Valley a lot and actually plays in L.A. quite a bit. And he is going to be doing an acoustic set 11 a.m. on Record Store Day. So if you want to come in and try to get some of the releases, check out the shop. Then later in the day, we have Chaos, which I mentioned already. We're going to go metal towards the end of the night, Submit to Suffering. And we got a call from Morpheus Descends about it.
Probably sleeping in the back.
Got a call from Morpheus Descends about a week ago. Sorry for the interruption there. We have some customers, actually. Morpheus Ascends gave me a call. Sammy from Morpheus said, hey, do you have room for us to play in your store? I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell you no. We'll see how this goes. Morpheus is going to be here that night. Some of these bands do have some LPs, records, stuff they will be selling, merchandise. We're going to do it all weekend. Sunday, we have the Revaholics starting at noon. We have Four Gun Ridge, Blanco Diablo, country band. They'll be doing country rock. Last Throws, hard rock, punk rock, I guess you want to call them. The reunion of Poor Excuse, an old punk rock band from the Middletown area. Alex Cates will be doing a jam session that night along with Chaos. And then Monday, 420, the smoking holiday, Alex Cates will be in jamming all day. He's going to do a Dead set.
Wow.
Where he's going to do, there'll be some other stuff other than Dead and their Beatles, but that whole 60s, 70s kind of vibe. Lucky enough to have another really great guitarist, local guy, lives right by my house, plays all over the country. John Bendy is going to be here with the Bendy Project. And this is a Monday afternoon, so some of you guys might have to call out of work if you want to come in. And Chaos is going to be there.
I got to call in sick today.
Yeah. But glass blowers have here all weekend long. We have 20% off used vinyl on Saturday. There's 20% off a lot of the smoke shop brands all weekend. And that's coming up soon.
So all you Hudson Valley, New York folks, you know where you got to be that weekend.
Kind of part of our Rock Fantasy 29th anniversary, I guess, concert series. We've been getting involved with the Chance. We also have Hell Yeah coming there on May 9th. And we also have Testament.
We are listening to you right now.
Yes, we are. And Testament will be there with Exodus. And I believe there's an opening national act on the tour also. We should have our notes on this. But, yeah, we have tickets for sale here at the shop for both of those shows.
So Testament and Exodus is the 29th of this month, correct?
Of April. Yeah. And then May 9th, I believe, is the Hell Yeah Day.
So that's at the Chance in Poughkeepsie.
We have tickets for sale here. And, yeah.
Cool.
So how you doing, Pete?
I'm doing good. We got some new releases to talk about now.
Yeah, we do have some new stuff. I tried to pick out some stuff that's come out this year.
So on CD, what do we got there, Steve?
I don't know if Pete reviews all this stuff very well. Have you reviewed the new Keeper Kelessin?
We have.
What do you think?
Very good.
I don't have it on LP yet. I do have the CD in stock. We also have the new Ensiferum, One Man Army. I'm digging it a lot. I'm playing it a lot in the car and spinning around town. And they're coming around soon with Corpaclani and Trollfest. Going to be at Irving Plaza. I believe that's May 29th.
New York City.
New York City.
Brand new from The Crown.
And it's
really good.
And it's a great album, and it's really cool if you like pinball also, because look at that. It's a pinball machine. If you open up the gatefold, it's actually the guys from the band standing in front of a wall of pinballs like this somewhere in Europe. So,
I love that.
You know, the pinball heads and the metal heads here like that a lot. Yeah, sure. What else have we got here?
Now, a couple weeks ago on our show with Mr. Chris Caffrey, we showed you the CD version of this, but Steve's got the deluxe vinyl.
Oh, yeah, we have this in the deluxe vinyl, and we would also have the CD, of course, if you'd like to buy that. But, yeah, the Zeppelin remasters, very cool pieces. We have all the other ones, too, that have been reissued from last fall, last summer.
And for me, this is my favorite Zeppelin album.
Is it really?
Yeah, for me, it's the best.
I think I lean on the first album.
First album?
The first album, and I mean, I like them all. Now we're going back to a band that I actually met a couple times in my life, and one of my favorites. And Close Mind told me that I would be at his first and his last concert, because I met him on a farewell tour 2 years ago at the PNC. I did the meet and greet. I said, "Hey, Close, I saw you at the Pocono Downs Jam, opening up for like Ted Nugent and this and that." And he goes, "You were at our first, now you're at our last." Well, anyhow, they're back. The farewell tour didn't go so well. They're coming back again. We're all old friends, and they're playing in September at the Barclays Center. This is a new Scorpions album. It's what you expect from the last couple, I guess. I don't think it's quite as strong as Sticking a Tail,
which was decent.
I thought that was a good comeback. This has got some cool stuff. What do you think? Have you listened to it?
I have not heard it.
You haven't heard it yet, so we can't get Pete's insight. Maybe next week.
He'll
buy a copy today and listen to it later.
I will tell you, this is quite good.
The new Marduk.
Yep.
Marduk. This came out, I guess, just after the New Year, correct?
Maybe January. Late January, yeah. I mean, no surprises there. It's a Marduk album. If you like the last couple, mixed with some of the kind of pile driving old shit that they used to do.
Yep.
You know.
It's a good album, I think, also. Very, a lot of, their usual context of World War II.
Now, we say the best for last.
I would say, I don't know if it's better than Physical Graffiti, but for
this
year.
Among the new stuff, that's a reissue. But, I mean, this
I have the shirt on.
Yes, he does.
I caught them in concert last week at the Gramercy with Yob, Ecstatic Vision, and Which Mountain, I believe. Steve wasn't in attendance, I don't believe. It was a great show. This is going to be on a lot of people's top 10 albums of 2015.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of continues along with what Enslaved have been doing over the last, say, 3 or 4 hours. So, that mix of like the traditional Norwegian black metal with that more
Progressive
style. There's like some, some of like the vocal passages on here remind me of the British band Anathema a little bit. So it's kind of that mix of that light and shade, that dark and heavy. And
it's done quite well.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't go wrong with Enslaved. They're just kind of firing on all
Yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to see them this year, but I've caught them like on the past like 3 or 4 tours. And they're just a great live band.
It was perfect at the Gramercy. I mean, the place was packed. They had a seat up on the side. It was just a great performance for me to get out.
Yep.
I was laid up for quite a few months. I was hit by a car last September, so I didn't work here again until Christmas time, and now I'm finally back among the living. So it's great to go out and see some live music.
Good to have you back in action. So we got some. The summer's coming up. I know me personally. I got tickets to see Rush and AC/DC and going to Whitesnake and.
Whitesnake, I didn't know about.
Yeah, they're playing in Atlantic City.
That's the closest to New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
Believe it or not, yep. I just got tickets to Kansas and Middletown.
Yeah, Kansas, April 10th, Paramount Theater. Why isn't Rock Fantasy selling tickets? Maybe call the city of Middletown and find out why the Rock and Roll store isn't selling tickets for the Rock and Roll concert chemistry. I don't know. That should be unique.
Yeah, it should be good.
Who's in the band from Kansas? Is there any it has to be some original.
Philly Hart on drums, Rich Williams on guitar. They got a brand new singer because Steve Walsh retired not long ago. They've got the violinist and the bass player have both been in the band for like 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So it's a stable lineup. Other than
Yeah. Never seen them. Liked them as a kid. Still spin them here once in a while.
Well, tickets are affordable and there's still some available. I just bought mine yesterday. So if you do live in the Hudson Valley, or interested in seeing the Progressive Rock Legends Kansas, they're playing at Paramount. So check that out.
What else is on your radar for concerts coming up in the summer?
Well, we've got, we'll be talking more about this in the coming weeks, but over at Brian's Backyard Barbecue, actually at his backyard in his house.
Yes.
He's having a big festival in June.
Always a good time. We set up and hung out there last year. First time.
Tranquility and Rock Fantasy will both be there on hand for the festivities. We've got Cactus and
Artemis Pyle band from Leonard Skinner will be there. Pat Travers
will be there.
I heard a few other names, but we have tickets for sale here at Rock Fantasy. Tickets at Brian's. Look it up, Brian's Backyard Barbecue, I believe .com. He also has a Facebook page. In fact, I'm going here tonight if you want to join me. I know this isn't going to be filmed yet, but Iron Maiden tribute tonight. There's a lot of tribute bands. Good food, craft beer.
Very good food.
You can hang out right in town, see some live music, which was nice for me after recuperating. That was where I first started to go out. Like, well, I'm going to see a band. Can't make it to the city or Poughkeepsie or whatever, but hey, I can drive across town, get a table, watch.
And Brian's has live music almost every weekend. So.
Oh, he does have live music every weekend. Yeah, and even during the week he has like open mic jam sessions and whatnot there.
So whether you're catching live music here at the warehouse, whether you're going to here at the Rock Fantasy, whether you're going to the warehouse in Newburgh, whether you're going to Brian's Backyard Barbecue in Middletown, or whether you're going to the Chance of Poughkeepsie, the live music scene right now in the Hudson Valley is thriving. So make sure you get out and check out some great new bands, local bands, national bands. They're all around. So
he actually has George Cintron playing there. I believe in April 18th.
That's
I remember that name.
Yep.
That was back.
If you're in
the
your
day.
40s or older and you have been living in this area for since then, since you were in the late 70s, early 80s, you know that name. So,
yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Well, that brings us to a close of another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. For Steve Keeler, I'm your host, Pete Pardo. Tune in again next week where we will be live back at my house. And then the week following that, we're going to be at Brian's Backyard Barbecue with owner Brian Remley. So till then, have a good week.
And come to Rock Fantasy soon.
That's right.
The pinball machines are hungry for your quarters. And we have plenty of used vinyl. We haven't really gone into that. We have a lot of used vinyl, too. We brought that back. And come check out the shop. If you've never been here, definitely stop by. Haven't been in a while. Come say hello.
And Steve's on the web. Rock Fantasy has a Facebook page as well as a regular website. And what's the address here in Middletown?
75 West Main Street. We're open every day 12 noon to 7 p.m. We have pinball tournaments twice a month and try to do some special events too.
So make sure you stop in. So until then, be good.
Rock on.
See you.